What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro. Welcome to Big Val Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Val Opinion platform.
And I just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing is, and I just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing is, and I just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing is,
There it is. Y'all heard it first from the man himself. Confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. We got Provoked Thoughts in the house. Uncle Muse, T is Blunt, EJ, Stephanie, Sharon. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Common
What's going
sense.
on,
What's
chat?
going on?
Man, people.
What's going on?
People. And you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That this has been confusion from the gates. Yeah, I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir? Chat, can you hear me? I'm talking.
Provoked Thoughts. I can't hear you.
I don't know why. Let me go out and come back in.
Miss Lady T, what's up? What's up?
All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Brother Derek back. Hold on, y'all. Oh, Stephanie say I can. So it's on my end. It's on me. Just a second.
Shit, I can hear Big Val loud and clear. He can't hear me for shit. That's crazy.
Provoke thoughts.
I'm right here, bro.
Wonder why out there.
Trying new shit. You trying this new stuff today.
Just a second, guys. We gonna get this thing straightened out. Let's listen at we're gonna listen to one of the previous phone calls real quick while I try to get this get my situation straightened out so I can be able to hear my brothers on the panel tonight. Everybody in the chat, how does the mic sound? How does my voice sound? Does it sound clear?
Boy, you clear.
At the same time, because they know who I was talking to. It's hard to trust people. People take my words, they twist them, and all I'm trying to do is get out the truth.
Yes.
And that's the only reason I continue talking is because even though I'm in the dark and don't know who I'm talking to, my strength comes from because I'm telling the truth. You know? So I was going to say, man, you mean to tell me a BOP disciplinary hearing officer is going to just wake up one day and say, let me just take a chance on my career, losing my career and going to jail, and just access all of my private phone calls?
It doesn't make sense because personally I wouldn't risk my career like that.
That's my point. You know, let me just take a chance and just access R. Kelly's records, private records between him and his girlfriend and his attorney 153 times. So let me do it 153 times. Let me scan that to my own personal Gmail, and then let me send that to a blogger, Tasha K, who happens to know my girlfriend Joycelyn father really good, who happens to know the parents of the government witness in my case. These are not coincidences, man. This is a plan. You know what plan it is? People have to figure that out for themselves. But it's a plan. Those are too many coincidences. And
What's up, brother Dean? Brother Derek.
What up, Big Bob? What up, Uncle D? What up, y'all? Y'all can hear me clear? Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, Big Val can't hear us, man.
Yo, Bob.
Yes.
Yeah, he working out a new kit today. I think he got him a whole new setup. You know, and experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And I thought we had him cracking earlier because he could hear me, but as soon as we went live, it all flipped out. But it's all good though. While he working, we be talking. You know what I'm saying? Because the people can hear us.
Nah, say no more. Say no more.
Yeah.
You see Kel's doing a world tour right now. He going around.
I swear to God, he on tour.
He
He
going
like,
a
check out
world tour.
Weebly. Go to Weebly. Please. Go to Weebly. It's singing shit. They just sing it. Damn it. Nah, but check it out, man. Did you see Chris Rock stand up last night?
Nah, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. What you call it? I just know. I heard he was coming at Will though. Whatever the case may be.
Oh yeah.
I heard you. Actually,
title. Yeah, the title was Selective Outrage. Okay, of the stand up, and basically he addressed some selective outrage with Michael Jackson and R. Kelly.
And yo, you know what's so crazy? Not to cut you off, D. You know what's so crazy? Chris Rock took a lot of shots at R. Kelly in his in his Everybody Hates Chris. So that's crazy that he's speaking up for him.
Well, he basically was like, you know, same crime, but you'll listen to Michael Jackson music, but you can't listen to R. Kelly. That's selective outrage.
Now, of course, but you get what I'm saying, OD. Mike just now starting to get this love back. Mike is just now starting. Remember, Mike was dog sheep too. Trust me.
Yeah, Mike, that was Wacko Jacko for years.
Exactly. Mike.
After the Invincible album, they was coming for his career. You got to think about it. When that Invincible album came out, he was about 50? Exactly. Getting there close to 50. And you know, and of course, you know, the way that the industry is that they gonna milk you up until you get to your 50s. Then they feel like that they can't sell you like that. You know, you middle age pretty much, or you pretty much old for the industry. So they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, I would say the record industry executives have a rigid level of thinking. You know, you know, when it comes to like their bottom lines and things like that. That's one of the reasons why Barry Hankerson came at R. Kelly in 2000 saying R&B was dead, because he started, you know, that was in the right when Tupac was on fire, and it was all about, you know what I'm saying, rap and R&B was going hand in hand, and then rap was kind of starting to take off. But R. Kelly was smart enough to say, well, hey, I can become a whole part of this shit. So
remember, because not to cut you off, D, who was doing everybody hooks for a rap at that point?
It was Kel all day.
Exactly.
You know, so
can y'all hear me now? Y'all hear me now?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all, man. I'm gonna have to get this. I'm gonna have to get this figured out a little bit more. I'm gonna have to play with it some more and figure it out. I try to do a test run tonight.
You still sound good though, bro.
Huh?
You still sound good. You sound solid.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get over here. I'm gonna try to pull a website up and share it on the stream and let people see the website and some things that the website has to offer as far as the letters go. It has videos as well. It has the affidavits from the search warrant, the BOP officer, and I'm just encouraging people, man, to go and download the PDFs. Nisimo, I think she said, if I recall, said she was willing to buy upwards to 150 stamp envelopes or whatever. I guess for people who want to send letters, and that she could help them with the envelope part of it or whatever the situation may be. But I don't know what it is that we need to do to get these letters out. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know what other way to tell people other than going to the website. You download the letters for free, and all you have to do is sign the letters and put it in the mail to the address that's on the head of the letter.
Facts.
Listening to the phone call, listening to the phone calls. I heard a different phone call today. More
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
more detailed phone call, more in-depth phone call. I heard Kels talk about promise of restitution to these women. So I was tripping out when I heard him say that. So we
Oh
know that the
yeah.
phone calls are fresh. They are new
Huh.
phone calls. The man say he's not asking people. He's not trying to round people up. He's just asking for help with just mailing these letters to the prospective people that they need to be addressed to. Um, and it's like at this point, like, are you willing to do the work? I mean, are you willing to? It ain't even do the work. Are you willing to help someone fight for justice who's
Nah.
been put in an unjust situation? I
Right.
mean, that's just what it is, man. I mean, a
Because
letter.
at a point, this lip service got to stop at a point.
Right.
And you can talk about this shit all day. I mean, we done talked about this shit for 4 years. Well, actually, shit since before, right after Surviving R. Kelly went off. Okay, so time for lip service is over. Time for playing games is over. Time for all this back and forth shit is over. The man is telling you. He's telling us. And I said it about a month and some change ago when it first came out. I'm like, he had already put you on mission. This is the code. Everybody need to get on code. You got to think about it. This is a man that everything that he touched has been a hit. So if you follow the man's melody and what he's trying to tell you to do, we gonna make a hit. The man know what he's talking about. This woman and Tasha K set up and they did all these illegal things, and it was signed, sealed, and delivered by the prosecution and Homeland Security.
Right.
They turned a blind eye. They knew what the fuck was going on and turned a blind eye to it.
That's why they keep detailing her star witness.
Right. And 90% of your case, which 90% of it is bullshit, remember?
Facts.
Whether it's R. Kelly or Donald Trump. So 90% of his case was as real, and we all know it's all.
The only technical underage part was her, and then he's proven that the mom was in cahoots with setting him up. So I don't understand how they still fall through with that. Everything else with these chicks was all these other chicks was wrong.
It was the reason why is the same reason that Jennifer Bonjean expressed, is that the judges come in predisposed to the case. So they know which motions to deny. They know which evidence not to let in. They know all of this shit. Because they've already been predisposed. They've already sat down with the prosecution. They've already had their conversations. It took almost 3 years to bring this case. Almost 3 fucking years to bring something that you did a documentary about. You're supposed to have all your ducks in a row. You done did all this research. Enough research in the world has been done to come out with 3-part, 6-episode each documentary. But it take you 3 years. It take you to lock a man up and not give him bond so you can sneak his phone calls and shit, because that's the only way you was gonna get any of the information that you was gonna get is if you cage this man up and listen to every last one of his phone conversations.
Facts.
That was the only way y'all had to get him in a jam. He couldn't have the wiggle room of an individual who went to court every day. He couldn't have the liberty of a person who showed up. They didn't want to give him that. That was a violation of his rights, just based off of the type of individual he was. He's always been showing up for court to fight his case. He believed in the system, but the system dogged him out because of a damn docuseries, because of what they saw preemptively. And oh my God, he's a danger to the community. And oh my God, he's just gonna the first thing he gonna do is go to McDonald's. This is the bullshit that they put in these people's heads. The first thing that this man's not gonna do is damn McDonald's. He gonna go to the damn studio. That's where he's going first, before he does anything, because that's how he lives. That's his survival mechanism. It always has been. So, you sit here and make up all this shit. You come up with all of these wild ass scenarios. You throw everything at the damn wall, and when the smoke is cleared, he has he has been found not guilty on more of the things that he's been found guilty of. That's very, very telling, because the only thing y'all wanted to do was get this doggone Rashana Landfair situation back in court. That was the only point and purpose of all of this shit.
Right.
You wanted to get this shit back in the courtroom, and you used $14 million of fake ass monopoly money to get it.
Facts.
And you offered up Section 8 and food stamps and shit to get it.
Because they know black people gonna take some stupid shit like that.
That was nothing for them to give away. They give away Section 8 all the fucking time. Yeah, that wasn't shit. 14 mil? That was the lie that got her to even do this shit.
Facts.
But the unlimited Section 8, the unlimited Section 8 was the smoke and mirrors. That was the bait to say, oh, well, the feds, if they can get me to Section 8, then they can get me to 14 mil. They played her ass. I want to know how long this been on Section 8.
Stupid.
How long you been on Section 8? Has it been a year? Has it been a year? Has it been, did the Section 8 start after you got off the stand, or have you been in a crib that was provided to you by Homeland Security for how many years now? What, since your son was born? When? Because I know one thing. If R. Kelly had been free, you wouldn't have been fucking nobody. You wouldn't have no son, because you was too busy stuck his ass.
She was on that. She was under that man ball sack, man.
Section 8, they are.
You in love with that nigga.
Stuck up this man's ass, and you act like, oh, I can't have a relationship, but you can have some dick. The dick was the problem, right?
That man was taken care of. What up, Unc? What up, J Rock?
What up, gentlemen? What up, nephew Vi? What up, Rope Thought Prophet? Mr. Timeline himself, J Rock. Dean Bella.
What up? What's good?
This statement from Jennifer Bundine about the prosecutor, the judges and the prosecutors, bro. This shit was funny. This shit was funny.
I really know.
Let me see.
I know Bonji, her heart really goes out to Kels. Like, I know for a fact her heart really goes out to him.
Order another one. We gotta get you really amped up before. I do not need to be amped up for when I'm up to today. Today, I decided that all my frustrations of yesterday would be brought to bear on the power structures, mainly Judge Rath and prosecutors. Also deserving. So today we had to right some wrongs, address some issues with a particular judge, and then today we're going into court this afternoon to bring to light the travesty of justice that is these Cato cases that have been shipped out to Will County to fucking languish, apparently, where these special prosecutors, which are just former Cook County State's attorneys who are now incapable of actually running a law business on their own or getting finance. So what they need to do is rely on their connections to the infrastructure, that is other, the judges, the systems, etc., to get all their work fairly. The question is,
Crazy.
So what she's saying is, these people
you went out
in the prosecutor's office and judges, they get all the bullshit.
You heard what she was saying.
Going in and out, bro. I can't hear you going in and out.
She was saying all of these all of them used to work for Cook County. Now they all of a sudden federal prosecutors and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you peep right after the case, the guy that the attorney that went up against Bonjean, now all of a sudden he resigned. Now he going to some other law firm. Man, these people are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. He jumps in office to become a federal prosecutor 2017. That's when they were stirring all of this up. That's when Kels was minding his business. As soon as 2017 hit, that's when they want to go rob my son's house. That's when they want to start talking about he holding women hostage. And then that's when 2017 was the starting point where everything started spiraling out of control. Because then in 2018, BBC came with that little fake ass little documentary. It didn't really do nothing. Nobody really caught on to it. And then that's when 2019 hit. They came with this BS SRK bullshit. And then now right after it, that's when everything just really took off. That's how they tainted and just turned the whole world against him. Come on, man. Like, Kels was that dude in the black community, man. Like, that was one man. We were supposed to hold him daily and sacred. It just sadly, like, it would have been more better in my heart to know that it was white people who tore him down.
It was, but it was with the help of us.
But exactly, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, D, if it was just
Dean, you want an earpiece or something?
Yeah. Why you want me to take?
It's static, and like, god damn it! Well, look, yeah, cool.
All right, I'm gonna take it out. Hold on.
Yeah, your earpiece, that mother sound like you laying on top of it or something.
It's
on the real.
Say, what's cracking? Your headset, man.
Right.
What up, son? What up? Yo, what up, son?
What up, Bob?
What up, J-Rock?
What's going on, Derek? What's going on,
What it is?
I got my little board and shit that I got from my donations and stuff, with my channel. And I'm trying to figure out how to use this shit, man. I guess I ain't technology savvy,
Oh, wow.
I gotta figure it out on the backstage. It was working when me and Derek was backstage. I could hear him, he could hear me, but when I press go live, like, I gotta figure that part out.
Okay. I don't know. Figure out on the back end, like, because see what happens is if you got a straight up microphone, you're gonna have to make sure that it's not killing your speakers, which means you're gonna have to go into your back end in your computer and make sure that your speaker, your audio for your hearing is coming out as well. That it can be that. It can just, it can be like it's installing a driver that you don't need. And you just need it to come, you need the sound to come out of the speakers on the laptop, right?
Yeah, well, I got another speaker. I got like some studio speakers too.
Okay, yeah. So basically, like if you go into your little volume thing, Like you should be able to see where it's coming out of. If it's coming out of the speakers on your computer that say Real Tech, if it's coming from any other device
Yeah,
that
that's what
has,
I got. The Real Tech too.
okay, well, shit, it might. I mean, if you is it any other like the monitors or those USB? Are those like some
Yeah,
USB?
yeah,
Okay, so they connected into the laptop. So what's
yeah.
got to happen is you got to go and I think that you got to find that, which if you it should be like a drop down arrow or something. When you pull the volume up, it should be like a drop down right there
And it
on
say headset, head microphone, or head. Let's see, it said headset, headphones, or microphone, or something like that. But it's because it's like I got it plugged in from I got a Bluetooth from the switchboard to my laptop.
okay.
Then for my laptop, I got the Onyx card going to the subwoofer, which means
Okay.
I thought I would have because we was hearing each other when we was backstage,
Yeah,
but when we came
yeah,
on the panel, then I couldn't hear you no more.
yeah. It's crazy because this is up my alley. This is what I do for a living, bro. So I'm trying to
Yeah,
figure
we
it out.
gonna we gonna mess with it. We gonna mess with it backstage, man.
Yeah,
But I guess I don't know.
you had it, but you know what I'm saying. It's probably a driver issue. You might need to like uninstall the driver, restart the machine, and it might kick back on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's how that shit tend to work. Yeah, shoot.
So I guess
Like I said,
I try to go here. Try to go here and find the new the latest R. Kelly phone call.
oh yeah, that's not that. That was
He got he
the
got the
last
one
one.
with the Dre Taylor nigga. I know he just did one recently with him.
I'm gonna go over here on Storm,
And he
man.
got and he got one with Storm too recently.
I listen on ATN News.
They got there from Storm, HN News.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that was his most recent one with Storm after that verdict.
And yo,
yeah.
it's crazy. Storm wasn't feeling Kels, but now Storm got a different light on him.
What happened with the? What was the turn in to change his mind?
Talking to the
He
man.
start talking to him, seeing all the like the injustice. Because Storm was one. Remember, Storm is Tasha K. Storm was Tasha K. protege.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, Storm.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he says all the time. And then what the case may be now, like him started speaking to the man. Cause now Storm used to. He didn't like go hard on him, but Storm, he just looked at him like how everybody thought. Like everybody thought he
Right.
was guilty. You know what I'm saying, Unc? Like, but then once he started speaking to him and seeing like, yo, everything fully ain't on him and it's not what everything seems, he started like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Did he say he was researching on his own too and found the inconsistency? Did he speak anything like that?
I mean,
did he?
shit.
He researched and found the affidavit for the BOP, and he saw
Oh,
that.
okay.
He saw that information. So we're gonna listen in and see what Kels is talking about on the latest phone call. And Nisi Mo, I'm gonna figure out something if I gotta do I don't know how is it possible to how we're gonna have to figure it out, but I mean, I'm not gonna say it's sad because I understand hard times do come, but I mean, printing the letters out is free, and if you can't get the letters, if you can't print the letters out, and you are incapable of printing the letters out, we're gonna have to figure out a way for you all to be able to send y'all the letters, and then y'all resend the letters to the destination where they need to go. You
Mm,
know, we gotta get it figured out. We gotta get it figured out fast because
right,
time don't stop for nobody,
right,
and we ain't got a lot of it. So we gonna
right.
get on the move. Here we are, man, with the latest Kel's phone call, and
Mm.
let's see what Kel's been up to after the verdict, after the sentencing, man, and let's see what's on his mind.
You may begin speaking now.
Come on, man. I'm good, Robert. How you doing? I'm okay. My phone has been off ever since the census, and our phones here has been off, emails and stuff. So we're not gonna reach out. That's okay. I kind of figured that. Yeah, I kind of figured that. So how you go? Okay. I was gonna say you can talk now. We can talk, or what? Oh no, you good. Yes sir. You good. Okay. So yeah, man, that's
I like the respect that Storm gives Kel. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. You know, we can talk, yes, sir. You know, that says a lot. You know,
Yes.
when you respect somebody, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. No, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? That's that respect that you have for that person. You know,
He's treating him like he's his elder, as he should. Like,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So I want to commend Storm for that. You know, that's a little something that some people might just look at and look over, but you know, to say he come from Tasha K, you know, to speak of Kel, address him as sir, that's a big level of appreciation.
Yes, sir.
I know we've talked about this BOP officer a lot, and you know, it's the only thing that's on my mind. It's the only thing I can talk about because you know those laws being broken. I feel changed the course of my trial, and look where that got me. So there's nothing else to talk about when you caged up, and you're looking at the key on the outside of the door as to what you feel in your opinion got you in that cage. No matter what nobody say, the laws were broken, and those laws that were broken by the law should be investigated. That is true. And any law, no matter who it is, any law that was broken should be investigated. That's the way the law works. Urging them to write the U.S. Department of Justice, Office of the Inspector General, given is 950 Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C., 205. Also, people to go to the link that a supporter set up for me. It's called justicekelley.weebly.com. And go to that. The thing they're going to see is already public.
Hold on, y'all. Let's see if we can get it a little louder. Thanks for that too, Nisimo. You know, we gotta appreciate anybody that's helping.
Right.
We appreciate anybody that's helping.
keep you warm, nothing's gonna stop.
His heart sounds so heavy, and rightfully so.
Out there.
I just want to take my time tonight. Keep you warm. Yo, big Val, we gotta get an interview with Uncle Greg.
Something that I was gonna read here.
Uncle Greg, man.
Because I know people, try to make like this big deal. This not something that I'm making up. I don't have to lie on them like they did on me. I have to create a conspiracy about them like they did me, or feed the false narratives about them like they did me. They didn't think that because they knew that there was no there actually there. But what this federal DOT officer, he did, illegally obtaining all of my federal restricted law enforcement information, recorded phone calls, emails of mine, were real crimes. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not nothing that's made up. It's a search warrant that backs that.
This call is from a federal prison.
Her scanning all of my restricted information and sending it to her own personal Gmail account is a real crime, a federal crime. And a BOP officer A giving that to an internet blogger, Tasha K, all of my federal restricted law enforcement information is a huge federal crime. Tasha K has over 1 million followers, or however many followers she has, but I know she is very influential. You know, she made a lot of money after illegally receiving, then illegally sharing all of my federal restricted phone calls, recordings, and emails, given to her by the BOP officer A. Tasha K shared federal information with the public, and she also stated out of her own mouth that she shared it with the parents of government witnesses in my New York case. Tasha K made these statements on her social media platforms. She did it while she was sipping huge glasses of wine, making money while she was doing it. Who gets to make money from sharing federal restricted law enforcement information? Not only that, but who gets to just sit back on their media platform, drinking huge glasses of
the commercial break? Let's skip that. Tasha K from
Kels is an asshole. He said while drinking glasses of wine.
Huge goblin. I'm talking about, look, hey, he was nice.
Federal government witnesses. Who gets to do that? Who gets to steal? Who gets to steal federal restricted information of any inmate, send it to their own personal account, give it to a famous internet blogger, for that blogger to share with the public and government witnesses prior to that inmate's high-profile case? Who gets to commit all of these federal crimes and just get away with it? Who? How? Why? My girlfriend was responsible for 90% of my New York case.
Wow.
But the problem was she was still loving and supporting me.
Now, for the people in the back of the bus, for the people that's under the steering wheel, for the ones that missed the bus, because you couldn't stop the bus driver, because maybe you couldn't comprehend that your bus stop is up the block and not in front of your house. Or maybe you left your helmet on the bed. Now, what you gonna hear this man explaining is what a lot of us been saying, as far as these people had no case.
Yeah, that's
they
correct.
had paperwork. They had paperwork, but they didn't have a case.
Correct.
And this is something that we speak about in the Chicago trial as well. They promised these people great amount of restitution, along with Kel's never seen the light of day again, which that's a form of coercion. So they coerce,
correct,
they entice, they induce these people to turn against this man. And in so many words, God don't like ugly.
Right. They threaten them.
And he ain't too fond and pretty.
They needed her to be mad at me, hate me, become scorned. They can get her to say anything they wanted her to say about me. So the BOP officer A spent 6 months illegally accessing my restricted recorded phone calls and all of my personal emails, etc., scanning it to her own Gmail account so that she could give it to the blogger Tasha K. And Tasha K, who stated herself that she shared it with my girlfriend, her family. Now, those restricted phone calls and emails, they contain 6 months of me talking to my other girlfriend that I was living with.
This call is from a federal prison.
And once the BOP Officer A gave those conversations to the blogger Tasha K, and Tasha K shared them with my girlfriend, is when they were able to get her to the point of leaving, coming at 90% star witness. They needed her to become. And that plus a little restitution money to help boost the incentive.
Boom.
That's the first time we heard that since he been calling.
Boom.
Now, this is the first time we've heard this about the. So for the people who say, oh, his lawyer don't know he's calling these people, his lawyer don't know he's out here doing these interviews. There you have it, man. Who could have told him, or who could he have got their understanding from as far as what the government, this was just exposed in the Chicago trial, really. Because people didn't really even talk about the restitution they asked for in New York.
Because they allowed for them to deal with it after the fact. That was already predetermined. And Jennifer Bonjean had nothing to do with that. It was already set up. Lena Weber wasn't having that shit that Bonjean asked him not to let happen in New York. Did happen in New York. Because Donnelly gave them that. Allowed them to get a conviction before, a sentencing before restitution. That ain't never supposed to happen.
Facts.
Facts.
She bent every rule she could to help them secure that. Like, she was already predisposed. That lady didn't watch Surviving R. Kelly, Gayle King interviews, all type of shit. That lady was already on putting R. Kelly under a jail, man. And she know how to do it. She's a former prosecutor.
Right. And I wonder who was in her ear.
I can keep this from entering into evidence and keep that man in jail. Easy day.
And yo, you know what's so crazy, D? Son, I could understand him getting 30 years for the child porn opposed to 30 years for that bullshit ass case.
Right.
Like that lady really over sentenced. I know niggas that as I said, I've been in the feds before, so I didn't see niggas in Ricos that shot niggas. Then they was causing havoc, and they got the same 30 years or even less without even telling.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Unc. I didn't see motherfuckers that got shootings on their belt, like on their case, cause damage to people, and they ain't get that, and they ain't get no 30 years that they.
I'm talking about stole, took money, embezzled.
One of my mans, like this, my close mans, like close mans. They call him my twin. My man's got 17 years for a body.
Wow.
Took somebody's life. They ain't give him, and they gave this man 30 years for these women that was his chicks.
Groupies.
See, I've said this once before, and I'm gonna say it again. The fact of the matter is, these people are telling you what they're doing without actually telling you what they're doing. The 30 years represented R. Kelly's career.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the 20, and remember, Chicago prosecutors try to get
25.
25.
Mm-hmm.
The additional 25 represents the fact that a lot of this BS didn't start happening until his album started hitting their 25th anniversary. That's where the other 25 is coming in. They're telling you what they're doing without actually telling you what they're doing at the same time. Now, I'm gonna say this also because I stumbled onto something else. I was preoccupied with the entire his silver anniversary, with a lot of his albums with his silver anniversary, and that's when a lot of stuff was going on.
Right.
Being preoccupied with that, right under my nose, he had other things coming up down the pike. One of which, because I was dealing with the loss of my uncle.
Okay, understood.
His Chocolate Factory album celebrated its 20th anniversary. February 18th was the 20th anniversary of his Chocolate Factory album.
Last month?
Just a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Wow.
5 days after that, he's sentenced.
Wow. That's not a coincidence.
Now, I had to go back because it caught my attention. I said, wait a minute, we're in 2023. And I was like, the Chocolate Factory album, it came out in 2003. I just didn't remember the exact date.
Yeah, 4 days after Valentine's.
And when I saw a couple days after Valentine's, you're right. And when I saw that date, when the date of the release day, I said, I'll be damned. This man's album.
Also, get the album early. We used to get it. We used to get our CDs, our R. Kelly albums used to come early, bro.
Right. I'm pretty sure y'all did. I'm pretty sure y'all probably got them like what, maybe 2 or 3 days before it hit nationally, something like that.
I'm talking about maybe about a week.
Maybe a week.
Facts. Like I was bumping TP2.com early in the game before it came out. Because a lot of the record company ship them to the stores. Used to ship them to the stores like weeks early.
Facts. My uncle, D, you ain't lying. But my uncle, no funny shit. He owned a record store in my hood. Like everybody can tell you, my uncle owned a record store since like the 70s up until 2010 when records started, like CDs started going out of style. Like that's when he closed the shop.
Right.
But yeah, no funny shit. TP2.com. Now I had that album. Well, I'm only 6 years old. I know that whole album top to bottom. Niggas had that album weeks, probably even months before that shit even dropped.
Man, look, and what was so crazy is like some of the mom and pop shops would get slick with the shit and bootleg their own.
Hell yeah. No, you know how much money my uncle made off of just. I always tell people, TP2.com sold 5 million. If he sold 5 million hard real copies, imagine when he sold bootleg.
20.
Exactly. And you gotta remember, once 2000 hit, that's when the bootleg era went crazy.
That's the reason why Best of Both Worlds didn't do anything but go platinum one time, and it was a disappointment because it was heavily bootleg. Not to mention it was a scandal wrapped around it. Barry Hankerson, there was nowhere in the world he wanted to see Jay-Z and R. Kelly get together because it was going to throw him in a rocket ship.
Right, and also let me go ahead.
An album.
And also, I'll go ahead and throw this in the fire as well, because like I said, what Niecy said when she was in court, when she saw all those people, those exorbitant amount of white folks that was in that court.
And
when she said that, and I stumbled on that day for the Chocolate Factory album, I'm like, holy shit! At that point, I lost it, and then he's got a couple other things coming down the pike also. The Isley Brothers Body Kiss album also came out 2003, May 6th. 20th anniversary is about to hit in the next couple months. JS's album
Oh man, I saw that group, man. That song he did. Yeah.
He did more than half
That was tight.
album.
Yeah, that album was tight.
They had 14 tracks. R. Kelly produced 8 of them. The 20th anniversary of that album is set to hit July 29th of this year. Yeah, he's got 3 20th anniversaries, 2 25th anniversaries, and a 30th anniversary of his albums, all in just this year alone.
So, like I asked you before, J. Rock, when all of those dates going to clear?
And let them tell it. All the man did was hang at McDonald's in high schools, and he had all these damn albums about to make it to their 20th anniversary. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All those albums.
All he did was chill at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. 6 albums
and
that
one,
are celebrating
and
at least
outside of high schools.
I'm talking about this man singing in the morning, getting the senior coffee and all of that shit. Let them tell it.
Look, this man has got 6 anniversaries of at least albums that are celebrating at least their 20th year.
And 3 years. Life coming up on 30 in 3 years. What?
So
you did about right.
So Life came out in 99. So Life already had its 20th back in 2019.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, in 6 years.
It's already started. So Life is coming up. Life is going on the 25th next year.
Yeah.
He did that. He did that soundtrack.
Yep, the whole damn soundtrack.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did the whole thing.
Yeah,
he did Fortune. He did the Life. He did the shit for Destiny Childs.
For Batman, J. Rock.
He did the Gotham City too for Batman.
The man did the whole score for Life, and then on top of that, his happy people.
The only other nigga that they allowed to do Batman was Prince, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the Happy People You Saved Me album, that's set to hit its 20th anniversary next year also.
Who J. Rock?
The Happy People You Saved Me album.
Why you ain't up here, Lex?
Okay. Yeah.
It's 20th anniversary next year.
Right.
But when
Lex,
I
why you ain't
stumbled
up here, man?
I mean, but you got to think about it. This man had an album on average every 2 years, but there were times where he had albums coming out every year in 3-year spurts.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, not to mention the soundtracks, not to mention the albums he did for other people, not to mention the features and all of that shit. And I'm like, all this nigga did was hang at McDonald's and up at damn Kenwood Academy.
And what you say, nephew, Vi, the overachieved, the upper up didn't want that. They didn't like that. Not for his ethnicity.
You know, that's all this nigga, man.
Yeah. Independent is the only way to go, man. Being independent.
And it's crazy because, like you know, people, he been crying out, man. Like his whole career, he been crying the hell out. And it's just like, when will y'all literally pay attention to the fact that this man has been crying out from day one? He cried out on 12 play with the intermission. These bitches didn't want me until I got some money.
Yeah.
Then you got the sermon on the
that sermon was tight.
It's a little more to that Storm phone call too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And see, y'all got me in rare form today because I'm calling off tomorrow. I'm taking a personal day to take my cat to the vet. So, I'm kind of woke.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, you know, I'm taking, you know, I gotta take the cat to the vet.
Okay.
She cool, but you know, just making sure she good.
Right. Right.
And you know, but at the same time, man, it's like I'm sitting up here and I'm paying attention to this shit, and it's quite similar to when Bill Cosby won his appeal, because Bill Cosby started doing motherfucking interviews.
Okay. Yeah.
Derek, when I realized that the Chocolate Factory album celebrated its 20th anniversary just a couple weeks ago, and it just hit me today. When I figured that shit out, man, it was like I just froze.
All you got to do is follow the money, bro.
That's exactly what I've been doing, and like I said, it goes right back to what I've been saying this whole time. Every time this man's got an anniversary, major anniversary, some BS, some shit go down every single time.
Yeah,
it ain't just me saying it. Like I said, I haven't been making this shit up.
I mean, even you got to really think about it. Like, even in his career, from the beginning, 10 years in, you're dealing with some shit, because here come this sex tape shit. 10 years into your shit.
Yeah.
So then you got to deal with that for damn near a decade. Well, literally 6 years you're dealing with a case. And then people want to flip it like you was the one delaying it. No, dumbasses, the judge fell off a ladder.
Right.
Okay? I'm like, so, you know, the thing about it is that sometimes God be the one delaying shit.
Right.
Because if y'all wanted to run this man through the court system all quick and shit,
yeah,
and try to run him up in the funnies, and God had other plans.
Right.
If he was so damn guilty, you had to tape, man. Everybody and their mama said that he was on.
Right.
The justice system ain't changed. It's just the motherfuckers is playing now is cheating and using corked bats and shit.
Right.
And playing the football and shit. They playing games.
Yeah.
You know, there's no way you could have got a clean conviction on this man on some hearsay shit. There's no way.
Nope.
There's no way. Unless you got the judge in your back pocket, and unless you lock the man up, throw him in solitary confinement for 72 days to try to make the man go crazy, and then start listening to every fucking phone call he got.
Yep.
Y'all put him in there, y'all tried to mess with that man's mind so that he would slip up on that damn phone.
Yep.
That's what y'all did. That's what happened. That's easy money. People be so wanting to be mad at a person that they can't even see the games that's being played with a person. This is typical of the way that we've been treated in this country for years, and now us as black people are treating each other the same damn dumbass way.
Yep.
Oh, the nigga did it. Why? Because he a nigga?
Right.
Is that the only thing you hanging your hat on?
Yep.
Because that's the only reason really why y'all really own this shit. Because whatever the fuck they say that we did that shit. And that's the reason why. And people got to think about the fact that it's deeper than R. Kelly. That's why police are shooting niggas in the streets. Because whatever the hell that people say that we did it. We got to prove ourselves from the moment the police arrive. In this case, the police never even arrived. Didn't no police come to this man? That's my biggest problem. How the hell can you get arrested? There was never an investigation. There was only a TV show.
Yo, that's crazy. The same thing Andrew Tate was saying. He been saying that same shit. He was saying, I feel like, yo, it's just crazy that you got women coming back from 1988. This is exact words. And they just saying, not really exact word, but he's basically saying, like, women just coming back 20, 30 years later and saying he raped me. Like,
ghost pussy passed. Shit. I knocked somebody's wig off last night. She could easily come back and say that I didn't ask. That I took it.
Yeah.
And guess what's going to happen? She will be believed.
Yeah.
With no problems.
And that's what people,
And let's just say you ain't got no bail money stashed to the side. You ain't got no lawyer money stashed to the side,
You ain't got no bump. Yeah.
which is what regular black people from the hood go through every day. You asked out.
If your family can't pony up $5 at all, they can't do shit for you.
Yeah. Kels mentioned that. He kept mentioning it. Yeah.
Especially if your mom a crackhead or she a dope addict, whatever the case may be, you definitely fucked.
You know, we playing with a losing hand. We can't say, we don't know to say, I ain't talking to your ass until I get my lawyer.
Right.
Because we know we ain't 9 times out of 10, we ain't finna get no damn lawyer. So we fuck around, say too damn much to the fucking police officers and shit.
Right.
All type of stuff.
Yeah.
All type of stuff. And truth be told, they tried their best to turn this man into that nigga before the trial. They wanted him to not be able to have a pot to piss in, one to throw out, no lawyer to pick up the case. This is how arrogant they was.
Yeah. Yeah. And they overreached. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how arrogant they was, because motherfuckers didn't really know about it, did no research or know. I'm assuming that a Jennifer Bonjean was out there.
Right.
I don't think these motherfuckers was paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, she's out here, lurking, waiting on y'all to fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all didn't even know who she was when she walked up Bill Cosby's driveway with him. Y'all didn't know who the hell she was.
Yeah, they found
and
out.
All the while, I'm like, damn, R. Kelly need her.
Yeah.
And little do we know, Bill Cosby was like, you need to go and help the Roberts. You need to go over there and help the singer to get his career back.
My man Steven Greenberg been quiet ever since.
Nigga, he can't fuck with Bonjean. You know, he need to move out the way. Your shit done get, you ain't got no job no more. Your shit got dismissed, bitch.
Right.
Talking about he assisted Bonjean.
You ain't assist shit. Jennifer, you might have assisted to get the fuck out the main chair so she can get the fuck in it. If she had been there from the beginning, the man would not have done a day in jail. There's no fucking way.
Let me ask this: Andrew Wyatt joined the team, or he's waiting for the appeal, and he been doing stuff behind the scenes? Anybody know?
He been working behind the scenes. He already said it. Okay. He was like, but the reason why he didn't, it was his fucking friends.
It was Don Russell and all of them.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he would have, Kels would have had somebody better than Bonjean. He would have had Mesero. He would have had
better.
Would you say it?
Do you think?
Nah, Mesero.
Mesero,
Mesero a beast. That's a different animal right there.
Bonjean the fool though.
Nah. Bonjean. What's lovely about Bonjean, what I like, is a woman fighting for him, so that makes it look good in that perspective. But Mesero, a different beast, though.
That's what he needed. That's just like podcast.
Oh, he would have hurt. He would have had all the bitches broke down in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you got on screen, nephew? What's that?
Yeah. Oh, that's for the BOP officer. We need answers. Why is this bitch sitting up still watching Unwind with Tasha K, as R. Kelly like to say, wine and dine with Tasha K?
With large glasses of wine.
With big ass wine glasses and shit.
Yeah, that was smooth way he said that.
Like who gets to sip big ass glasses of wine?
Yo, Kels is an idiot, yo.
Man, I'm telling you, man, the drunk ain't shit. We about to find out in a minute. Look, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I literally watched her episode when she was revealing the shit.
Let me ask you a question. Just one quick thing. You think if Trump was in office, Kels would have been sitting in there?
Nope.
No, hell no.
And little people know Trump expressed his feelings for Kels before. He said that's his man. Like, what a case may be. That's another reason why I felt like, yo, they had to get Trump out of there. They knew if Trump was still in that office, Kels wouldn't be sitting in there.
He couldn't get him out pending. He had
not pending. He would have either had the cop out if he had pled guilty. Remember, Trump was still in office, then he could have got him out. But Kels not doing that. He want his full clean. I'm not taking nothing.
Understand that shit. Ain't nobody finna sit in no cage lying if they get the fuck out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
People don't even understand that shit. People don't understand that it's people out here that will lie on themselves just to get the fuck out of jail.
Yeah.
Because jail ain't for no motherfucking body.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And if you can get out and all I got to do is say XYZ and I get the fuck out this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm gone. But see, the thing about it is the man is standing on his square, and that should speak volumes. These motherfuckers don't even understand how serious this shit is.
At all, Derek. At all. No, they don't.
A man is going to stand, like when Bill Cosby came out, when they was trying to get him to take them fucking classes, and he was like, I'd rather motherfucking die in this bitch.
That's right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Cosby
would have been home.
And that's the crazy thing about it. He's sitting up here telling you, we all know, we all saw, as real as a fucking liar. There's no way you can do that quick of a turn on somebody unless you was motivated, bro.
Right. I heard everything with that there, and this is my thing. This is my belief. I think that was their backup plan in case it folded, but they weren't expecting her to develop like she did, you know what I mean? But I think it was always that was their backup plan. I think evidence shows that.
No, they had to refigure some shit out because she wasn't going.
Right.
Wasn't going with the setup. The setup was a different type of set. It wasn't for criminal charges.
Right.
The setup was a different type of game. The setup was for extortion. The parents saw dollar signs.
Right.
And like in the whole DoubleTree setup situation was not for him to get arrested. It was for him to believe without a shadow of a doubt that girl was 18 years old.
Right. Yeah.
That's what that was for.
Yeah, it blew up in their face real bad.
It was a bait and switch. Oh, I was so scared I was gonna go to jail, but shit legal. Now I can fuck her or do whatever the fuck I want to do. And then on top of that, the mama had already been fucking priming and prepping him. She was the one coercing and enticing Kale.
Yeah.
So when she got there, if anything went down, shit, mama done lubed him up with conversation. Was you said, bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Now, Derek, can they use that in the appeal? Or they got to wait to the take it to the Supreme Court?
What?
They can't get an appeal in the New York? That evidence right there that the mom was the one that was taken.
Hell yeah, that's definitely going. Hell yeah, that's definitely going to be an appeal.
I know, and she didn't allow it. She didn't allow that. That right there.
That's how you know the crookedness with her, where the case may be. That you supposed to drop Azrael from the case immediately once that, and then when they know once you dropped her from the case immediately, their whole case was finished.
They almost purged.
Why you think even one of the ladies said, All right, y'all charge him with a robbery of Leah. Why y'all not charging him for marrying her? Because I'm telling you, I know Demetrius told them some shit at grand jury or behind the scenes. He basically said, yo, that was an extortion plot. I know he told them that it was an extortion plot behind the scenes. And they,
If you look at the transcript in New York, he actually helped the defense.
mm-hmm.
And he helped the defense, but at the same time, he did throw a little shade because he kept saying he contacted R. Kelly about saying that Aaliyah was in trouble, trying to give the whole reason why R. Kelly went up to Chicago.
How was she in trouble? They never got specific because they didn't want to.
Yeah, because he tried to insinuate that she was pregnant without actually
come out of
saying.
her mouth and say this.
That's one of the things that he kept trying to say.
And still to this day, nobody could come out and actually say if she was pregnant or not. Like she's told them, yeah, I took a pregnancy test. It's just a rumor. She said, she was pregnant. Come on, man. People need to quit playing with me. Like I'm sitting here believing that bullshit. You talking about this is our motherfucking Kelly. If I wanted, I'd have told her, yo, go take her to a clinic. That's what you had to do.
Right, but
I'm gonna marry her.
But see, that's why when Demetrius Smith said what he said, why R. Kelly stopped his tour, and I had to go back and I had to figure out what I figured out. And I said the one time that tour stopped was because of that fight and that altercation that his entourage had at Red's Health Club in Lafayette, Louisiana, which brings up another question.
That's some critical information, J. Rock. Right. They got to come and use that.
See, that was information that they did not want to be known. And I'm gonna tell you another reason why. Because if you really think about it, you kept saying that he ran a criminal enterprise and he had neighbors. If you got an entourage that got into a fight and got an aggravated assault charge because of it, not only was it an aggravated assault charge, it was escalated to a felony assault charge.
Ooh.
So then, plus he had a date. He still had that concert date in Lafayette. He couldn't even go. He couldn't even step on stage yet because he had that felony assault charge. He had to address that first. That's why his lawyer came back down with him to Lafayette, so he had to address that shit first.
Yeah.
Before he even got on stage.
You know what? It is crazy because people that don't, you know what I'm saying, and we're not lawyers or no shit like that, or but just because you're not a lawyer don't mean that you have to believe everything. And most law, most of that shit is rooted in some level of common sense.
Yep.
Some level of common sense. So when you sit your ass up here and you get to talking about, just the mama text message, it don't matter. Really?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't?
You know what happened to me, Derek? I was over there on Angie's channel, and I brought up that information about R. Kelly being in Lafayette at that point with that concert and everything. One of the moderators over there was talking about nobody cares about him playing basketball and everything. I said it's not about basketball; it's about the fact about the reason why they said he flew back to Chicago. He did not fly back to Chicago to marry a minor. He flew back to Chicago to meet with his lawyer to deal with the drama that happened in Lafayette, so he can actually go down there and resume his tour. Because he's talking about, well, why did he stop his tour? He stopped his money. He didn't stop his tour for that. He had to address, because there was no way in hell he was going to be able to step on stage with a felony assault charge with a warrant out for him. He still had to go ahead and address that shit first.
Right.
You know what?
I learned that you can't reason with a fool, so I just always go back when they start talking fool.
Yeah.
So what it is, man, it's the magical, mystical Negro.
Yeah.
R. Kelly is a magical, mystical Negro. one that can keep pretty much, for the most part, his private life private.
Right.
Because before all this bullshit, you ain't hear shit.
Right.
Not like these motherfuckers like Blueface and all these other motherfuckers that throw their shit like Will and Jada. They put that shit out there on public fucking display for everybody to damn see. And it's not just because he's hiding anything. The man just had some fucking decorum. He was actually raised kind of right. He was raised to where you don't put your fucking business out in the streets.
Right. That's right. I was right. Yeah.
But yet you got other people who was raised differently that ended up in his circle that can't help or can't wait. It don't benefit a R. Kelly to tell nobody he fucking anybody. It benefits the person that he fucking to say they fucking with him.
Exactly.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
He doesn't win by even speaking to none of these niggas.
Right.
Come on.
They ain't even looking at who had the most to lose. Look at the person who lost all the shit that they lost. And you mean to tell me that these females are talking about irreparable damage and all of the shit that they lost out on because of him?
Yeah.
That shit is reversed.
Yeah. That's why I have so much respect for Miss Joy.
You know, I'm not trying to be funny. And like I said, it's real. It is real victims out here in this world, man.
Right.
Real victims. You got to think about this shit. It was females going to islands and shit, coming up missing, or going on vacation, never coming back, or all this shit, never found a body. But then you got a motherfucker that had a whole island over here, and it make you wonder, damn, did some of them end up over there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm sure that missing and exploited is exactly what it is. And I'm sure it's some missing and exploited people that ended up in the porn industry.
Yeah.
They ended up on the track.
Yeah.
They ended up out here doing all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't talking about that shit because you got one motherfucker out in the Bunny Ranch in Reno, in Reno, Nevada. His shit perfectly legal.
Yep. He's been around for a long time.
What's up, friend? How y'all doing, man?
What's going
Lex,
on?
What up, Lex? What up,
Lex? What's on your heart? Just on this
man. I'm in the comments. I'm just gonna see if y'all gonna answer this question. Somebody just answered the question. What was it? They want to know how Jim DeRogatis knew what was going on in the grand jury in New York. So I just submitted a question answer. I said that he had ties to the prosecution team. Was it Angel Cruz?
Oh yeah.
Whoever that was. Yeah. So that's how he pretty much know everything, but he still not want to testify. Every time he come up, he got to come up with an excuse. He don't want to testify against nothing.
Yeah, he a coward. He a coward.
You know how he is.
Talking about you for black little girls.
His whole thing about Jim DeRogatis is the fact that he says he fights for young black girls, but he does not want to be exposed for all the fuckery that he done pulled over the past not 20 years, but past 30 years. That man has been in the middle of all kind of crazy fuck shit for about 30 years.
Well,
trust me.
Go
Yo, if he,
Yo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get you
I was
next
making sure y'all can hear me, man. Dean, then I chime in.
Now saying if Kels had gave him that interview, his ass would have been one of Kel's enablers. He need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And it all goes back to what we always said. How the hell you gonna protect somebody that's supposed to be giving you these tapes or whatever you're supposed to be getting this information? Yeah, you got somebody anonymous giving you information, so how you gonna protect somebody that's anonymous?
Hey, check it out.
Unless a ghost gave it to you.
That dude, Jim DeRogatis, so damn thirsty. I'm surprised that he didn't end up saying some of the same shit that motherfucking LaFleur goofy ass said.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. Why ain't you? You can flip it and say you was a victim.
Yeah. Then his wife leaving.
I heard that.
I believe so.
Damn, boy, you gotta be really, something got to be really wrong with your noggin for your wife to leave you because you chasing that behind a story.
His wife left him because of the R. Kelly. He deserved to get left in.
Yeah. And quiet as kept, I believe he got some skeletons in his closet that's gonna come out within the next year or two.
Yeah, he got girl in him.
Yeah.
That dude
we
got girl in him.
We got Donovan White. Donovan White, if you want to hit the link, you got to email me. In order to get the link, you got to do it by email at bigvileopinion88@gmail.com. Addressing the letter situation. And, we got people out here. What I'm gonna say about the letter situation to anybody that's following this case. And oh Lord, look at the chicken, man. Them chickens is finally let you go, huh, Progress? But
oh yeah, he up in here.
The man spoke. The man spoke, right? And this is one thing. This is one thing that people have to start asking themselves. Who are you in this fight for? Are you in this fight for R. Kelly? Or are you in this fight for the blogger who's supposed to be supporting R. Kelly? You can't be both.
Facts.
It's okay to like someone who's a content creator. I'm not telling you not to dislike. I'm not telling you to dislike a content creator. But this fight, the head of this fight should be Robert Sylvester Kelly. They can have R. Kelly. They can have all the personas that they want so bad. But Robert Kelly is a human. He's a man, and he has rights. If this man comes out and speaks, and he asks you to do so, he's not asking us as fans and supporters to go out and y'all go out and rob 50 banks. I need some money. You're not asking us that.
And as you can see, he ain't asking for your money.
He's simply asking for you to print out 5 letters. You know you lazy as fuck. You sit at home anyway, doing nothing all day. Y'all listen to the man on the Harvard University commercial. You ain't doing nothing anyway. Why don't you go enroll in school? Well, Kel said you're sitting on your ass on YouTube all day anyway. Why don't you go print out these letters? And I'm going to tell you what's so intriguing about these 5 letters, right? They asking that you print out these 5 letters, send 1 letter per week. Guess what? When you go print out the 5 letters, you can make copies of the letters. And every week, all you have to do is drop it in the mail. Something so simple. But if he was asking you all to walk from Chicago to Florida, you motherfuckers would be out there doing that. Shit that don't make sense, right? I mean, it's no knock. But if it's gonna help, and this man is asking you, cannot hurt him if he's asking you to print out these letters. He's asking you to mail them. What are you scared? If you are unsure about the letter, print out the letters and take them to somebody to read over them for you if you don't understand. Ask them, is this appropriate? You know, if you have somebody do that. But I'm telling you guys, it is not just one person who's mailing these letters. If one of us go down, we all supposed to go down. Because I got everybody back that's on this panel. If we write letters together and they say, Big Five, hey, we coming to get you, guess what? I know these guys are gonna ride with me because we all sent these letters in. And my whole thing about it is, if you choose to not do the letter situation, don't knock nobody else for doing it if they decide they want to do it.
Right.
You all are entitled to to your own. You're all entitled to your own opinion about what you choose to do and what you choose to not do. Ain't nobody putting no gun to your head. Ain't nobody asking you to give me a double cheeseburger. Cheese, nigga.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no gun to your head. If you all are really out here to help this man, his word should be his word and his word only. His word should not have to be questioned through a third party to say, well, fuck that, I'm not doing it. Y'all dumb as hell for doing it. Hold on. Are you in this fight for Kels or what? Like, what is it? Even if I don't agree with something that R. Kelly may say, I ain't no damn fool to come out here and speak negative towards it. That man is entitled to ask people to do what it is that he wants them to do. Now, if R. Kelly came out and said, I need all the bloggers that's out there blogging on behalf of me to start a Cash App collection or a GoFundMe or a PayPal, would it be all this? No, we ain't doing that. That wouldn't be the energy then. If he was asking people to raise money, they'll be head first in that battle. But the simple fact that he's asking just simply print out some letters that's already written. The letters are already addressed. All you have to do is sign it, package it, ship it. Simply. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But don't knock somebody who may be on the fence about doing it. It's no different than signing a petition. We got to get better, man. How can we make progress if the people that's standing next to, if the people that's supposed to be in the fight with you is fighting against you? Make that make sense. If I'm in a goddamn fight with somebody and I'm coming to help me, don't grab me, grab the motherfucker I'm fighting.
Right.
Because if you grab me, he can probably hit me and knock me out. Now I'm mad with you let me get knocked out.
Right.
So if Kel's asking for these letters, don't come and tear Kel's down. Don't knock the supporters for wanting to help out. Sometimes it's just best to say, no, nothing is enough. Nothing said is enough said in some situations. This man is still fighting for his life. But it seems like the closer he get to freedom, it seems like the support is starting to become more and more disrespectful.
Yeah.
If you want to see this man out, if you want to see this man free, then why are people speaking against this man coming out speaking? Oh, R. Kelly sounds stupid as hell. He sounds dumb as fuck, but you a supporter?
Yeah.
And people that say the nerve of the people who say they fought R. Kelly to follow this shit.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. You ain't got but one time to tell me we going straight up the road, and you take a left turn. Hold the fuck on. That ain't what you said. Where we going?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. If you say we going straight up the street, that means you don't need to be turning left or right. What the fuck going on? If you for R. Kelly, if you for Robert, like I said, we gotta start saying Robert more. If you for Robert, you should be straight for Robert. You shouldn't be making a left turn to go see R. Kelly or a right turn to go see Kels. We are trying to free Robert. This man is fighting for his life. All he's asking for is something that simply probably take about 5 minutes of your time on a computer, about 30 minutes of your time to go to a postal service and get some stamped envelopes, send it off, and back at home. You're looking about 35 to 40 minutes of your day. Once a week. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. I mean, how would you feel if this was your relative? How would you feel if this was your brother? How would you feel if this was your son, your daughter, your dad? One of your favorite uncles, the one that taught you how to ride a bike, the one that taught you how to play football, basketball. And he called home and say, well, nephew, look, I got a good chance of winning my case, but I just need y'all to send some letters to the Attorney General. Sending letters cannot do no harm. The man can't be harmed no more. He's already been sentenced. These letters are no threats on nobody's life. The man is just addressing something that happened to him with an affidavit that's attached to it. There's a search warrant attached to it. There's evidence attached to whatever, to everything that he's saying. So how can it be dumb? How can it be stupid? He clearly came out and said, look, I can talk about some things, but I can't speak about people that's in my case. So that means he's been advised of what to speak on and what not to speak on. We free out here. We getting up. If God allow us to answer that phone call, we getting up, going on about our day, doing what we do every day, work, whatever it may be, going, stopping at restaurants, getting something to eat, licking our chops, whatever. This man is in prison. And he's been falsely imprisoned. And he's fighting for his freedom. And in his fight for his freedom, all he's asking is that, can y'all mail these letters out to try to bring some awareness to what's taking place in my case, the violation that has been committed against my privacy. It's sad, man. People said for years in this fight, why R. Kelly ain't say this? Why R. Kelly ain't said that? Why R. Kelly ain't talking? Why R. Kelly hadn't spoke? And when the man started to speak, he's been attacked by the people that say that they were for him. But you will attack and say you attack what he do, but you still use his name, his likeness, his image. But you got an issue with what he's doing. At some point, we as people, the people that's in this chat right now, the people that be in any of these chats on YouTube, that's for R. Kelly, that's fighting for Robert, and you want to see this man free. When you hear somebody speak negative of what he's doing, when you hear someone speak negative of what he's saying, I mean, it should make you as an individual say, hold on, I'm in this thing for Robert. I heard Big Vi say something that goes against what Robert said. Big Vi, that ain't right. Call me out. If I'm wrong, call me out. If I say something that hurt Robert, call me out. Hold me accountable. That's why my platform is what it is, because I can take being held accountable. I can take one of my people in the chat telling me, Big Vi, you ain't get that right. You ain't say that right. I can take that because we in this fight for the same thing. You ain't gonna ever hear me come on this platform called Big Vi Opinion and say something degrading or damaging about Robert Kelly. I'm not going to misquote his words. I'm going to let you hear what he said. This man say, he come out here and say, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. But these same people that he say he appreciate, they pissed off at him for something that's out of his control. The man say, I just don't want people fighting, going back and forth, because confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But we still seeing confusion, right? I'm on the same platform called YouTube that a lot of y'all are on. And if y'all aren't willing to call out the people that you all see doing the things that they do, and I'm not saying call them out, go on their platform and say, hey, motherfucker, you lying. It's a way of doing everything. You ain't got to be disrespectful. Most people that you see on here that do commentary, they have an email going across the bottom of their screen. They have an email in the description. Email them. Hey, man, I heard you say something, or I don't think what you did on your live today was appropriate. When we trying to fight, we trying to get this thing straight. We trying to get this thing on the road. See, people want to see the controversy on these panels, the back and forth going on these panels, the name calling on these panels. But that is what's keeping this operation from moving forward. That is what have us at a halt. Because as long as there's disruption in this fight, we're not going to make no progress, because God don't operate in that. God ain't finna come in and try to separate the confusion for us. That's for us as people to do. But sometimes you have to say, either I'm going to be a group, and if this group is not working, guess what? As an individual, you have to do what's best for you. No hard feelings, Dream Team. No hard feelings, YTL. No hard feelings, whoever you may be, whatever organization you may represent. But if that organization is not representing Robert Kelly in the best fashion, then you as an individual have to decide to do something different. Because as long as you stay around and hang around it, you become a part of it. Even if you're innocent, you're guilty by association. Even myself, at some point, when you start to make that next transition in life, you're going to have to separate yourself from a lot of the shit that once held you down, held you back. All of us, as humans, we're going to have to sacrifice for ourselves. We're going to have to make the next decision for ourselves. And in order for us to be able to help someone else, you have to be the best version of yourself. It's been enough, man. It's been 4 years of bitches and hoes and bitch ass nigga. Pull up, drop your address. Man, look here. The internet is simply what it say. Internet. Not real life. When this fight is over and everything is done, how many people are going to be able to walk away from this thing gracefully, bow out gracefully from this fight? Oh, of course, the comedians are going to come. Yeah, man, R. Kelly free. Man, we did that, we made it happen. Yeah, they're going to come. The devil in disguise is always around. Always present. The devil is always present. Trust me. He's always present. Somewhere. He's somewhere in every crowd, in every circle. He's somewhere trying to see how I can infiltrate. He looking for that weak link, and he can tell a weak link because it's that one that's undecided whether they want to get in or get out. You know what I'm saying? He see you inching towards the crowd, but you backing back, and once he catch you slipping, he'll approach you with that bribe.
Yep.
He'll approach you with that bribe. The devil is always present in any battle, any circumstance. He has a place in any situation that you go through. He has a spot. You have to be the one to make the decision on what you're going to do. This man's fighting for his life, man. You hear these phone calls? Man, could you imagine somebody at 50, man, even at 20, at 18 years old, 20, 30 years old, hearing a judge give you a 30-year sentence, and you sitting here knowing that you innocent? Could you imagine hearing that shit? Man, I'm 50-something years old. The judge just gave me 30 years. Then you sit here in Chicago and hear this Harry Potter looking ass judge gonna talk about some, oh, well, to make it consecutive would just be, disrespect. He's gonna be 80 years old when this is over with. Like, how can you speak that over my life? Like you ain't never seen nobody give time back. I done seen shows where people that gave life sentences back.
Yeah.
I just had to speak on that, man. I just feel like people that want to support Robert because you want to support Robert. Support Robert because your heart desire to support Robert. And if it ain't in your heart and it ain't a desire for you to support Robert, don't support him. But don't come out here and discourage the next person. Like Pac said, I ain't gotta be the one that changed the world. But if I can spark the brain, if I can spark the brain for the next generation to make the change, then my job is done. Don't discourage people, man. Let these grown individuals make their own choices of what they choose to do.
Well said, nephew. Well said.
I mean, sometimes you just have to speak on some things. And like I said, I don't have a problem with a soul. I don't beef with people on this YouTube streets. I don't have a problem with nobody. My only thing that I'm on this YouTube street to do awareness to the injustice of Robert Kelly and what took place with this man. And only him and only him himself can tell us what happened to him.
Right.
This ain't no word of mouth hearsay, but you know what we like in the hood? We like to hear what old boy said.
Yeah.
You heard what old boy said? Yeah. You heard what old boy said happened to homeboy? By the time he on the 17 block. Hey, yeah, man, we heard Woo did this to old boy. By the time it get to the 16 block, the story didn't change. By the time it get to the 15 block, 5, 6 motherfuckers done died. Then when you get the real story, it didn't even go nothing like they said. So who better to take information from than the mouth of the man himself? I told y'all, man, a lot of the stuff we talk about is just being revealed all over again. When God told Noah to go and warn the people about the great flood, don't this remind you of that? Noah kept telling the people, all he had, 2 words, 3 words, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. People say the man crazy. What you doing building the ark 100 yards away from any water?
What?
It's gonna rain. Now, Kale sound crazy because he telling people, send them letters. Because right now, his ark is 100 yards away from that water.
Yeah.
But God told him that these letters is going to be the ark to save him in the end.
Yeah.
But Noah started to get discouraged, right? Sound like Kale.
Yeah.
He went back to God and say, I'm preaching it, but they ain't listening. But God told him, well, keep preaching.
Yeah.
He went back and kept saying the same thing. It's gonna rain. Them people say this man gotta be a fool. What you got that big old ark on this dry land for? Noah say it's gonna rain. Kel say, write them letters. It's gonna rain. What happened,
And it started raining. They had never experienced it before. And then they started getting
rain? 40 days. They said rain.
Let
40
us in.
days, 40 nights.
Yeah, let us in. Noah, let us in. Hey, God shut the door. I can't open it. It's too late. Gave you opportunity. You could have been. That show you the power of free will and freedom of choice.
God warned these people, but he was warning them through Noah.
Yeah, you can't make the right
ark so big. And on the ark, all he had was his family. He saved the animals.
Yeah. Even the animals knew to come in. Boy, the animals animals knew something was up and they came into safety. Like that song say, don't say. Yeah.
You, sometimes in the way that Kels, how I sit back and I listen to the way that he keep repeating about these letters, it sounds repetitive, right? So it kind of puts you in the mindset of Noah when he was warning the people about the rain gonna come.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds repetitive, but he started telling us that the rain is gonna come. Kels started telling you about these letters because his freedom is gonna come.
Yeah, and all those that had a part in it gonna be swept away. They're gonna be swept away. They're gonna be drowned in their mess that they put out there. All the dirt they didn't drop. You got to confront it. You can run. Yeah.
And it's simple as that, man. It's simple as that. Who do you believe in, and who are you gonna follow?
Yeah.
Who is your fight for?
Consider yourself or someone. It can happen to any one of us in our family.
Anyone.
Yeah. Nobody's exempt. Like Martin Lawrence said in Run and Tell That, no one is immune to the trials and tribulations of life. No one. Yeah. We are all experiencing. No one. Yeah.
It's sad to see this man
going
through what he's going. Yeah. And it's sad to see the fight the fight in the free world is so. The fight in the free world is so much confusion, but a lot of this stuff, it goes back to those times where I hear him talk about in the last days, like it's going to be so much confusion and people discombobulated, and it's going to be every man for himself, and right now while we on this earth, we don't have to be every man for himself. We supposed to be a family. You know, we supposed to help our brother, our sister. But man, there's one thing they got out. There's one thing: selfishness, pride, jealousy, envious. You know, at some point, we ain't got to keep on preaching the same thing, because we seeing that we the only race that tend to not be able to pull it together.
All right, J Rock, you take it easy.
If it was the white community calling for 1 million letters for what's his name? They was calling for 1 million letters for Harvey Weinstein. You want back and forth.
Yeah.
Look what happened when they felt. Look what happened when the white community felt played about Donald Trump losing.
Yeah.
Where did these show up from?
Yeah, they went to the Capitol itself.
They say, "Fuck the letter. We gonna go our damn self."
Yeah.
Now the same people that bully the black community, they bully the black community, but they let these people run up in there and take their office over.
Yeah.
You see the difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
They give us a little resistance and we give up. They had all type of shit there for them people trying to hold them back.
Until there's something that comes. It's something I remember years ago, and it go like, it's like, man, I don't know, man. It's like we stand on the sideline and sit come knocking at our door or something, man. Then all of a sudden now we want to go, man, come help me. Hey, this is, but what was that same energy when this was, Yeah, like I say, should have knocked on your door.
Yeah, man. So pretty much though tonight, I really just came on for a little bit, really wasn't trying to be on, give people like a preview of the website.
Right.
What the website looked like, what's on the website. So this is the affidavit from the search warrant. This is Wayne, the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Here is, see, you got a little download thing right here. This is where you can download the affidavit. You just hit this little PDF thing right here, download file.
Okay.
This is the Robert Kelly DOJ letters package. You just press this little thing right here. It'll download the letters for you.
Okay.
It'll say full details and evidence provided in videos and letters below. See the affidavit search warrant for the federal employee A. The federal employee is a Bureau of Prison, BOP, employee, and also a disciplinary hearing officer in the internal system. See, he got everything. He got it all on there. Everything attached to search warrant. What was discovered. Got the signatures, the filing date, February 27, 2020. So more evidence detail on witness tampering and R. Kelly interview. Look who we got, Pimp Low.
The one and only.
Before the flip. We got Tasha K drunk drinking wine, as R. Kelly saying. This is the star witness after the flip. These are videos. This is this website. Have all this stuff lined out for you.
Okay.
Federal informant Larry McGee. You know, federal star witness. You know. He go. We got bus drivers. We got people alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's the evidence all right there. Him saying that he, you know, everything that he took part in.
Yeah. And was bold and arrogant about it.
You know what I'm saying? 40 years even made it on the page.
Wow. Wow.
40 years. We got Storm. We got more. You know, this page has a lot of good information on there, and this is a good page. This is Natasha Simone, you know, interviews. Mm-hmm. This is a good page for people that's if somebody come to you that don't have information, you know, or trying to figure out what's happened or what's going on. This would be a good website to direct them to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it has a lot of the information that we know about, that we've been privy to over the last 4 years. It's all in this page. So, you know, if somebody, you know, was curious about something, hey, well, I got a page you can go to right here. You know, go to this website right here. Everything you need to know right there. You know. You got all the codes for tampering with a witness, victim, or informant. Everything. Please write letters to Department of Justice. Look at Michael E. Hallright. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's the Inspector General. They go to address right there. Say send certified mail. Make it legal document. You know, that's the address to the Department of Justice. Inspector General. That's the Department of Justice agent. The Department of Justice deputy. The U.S. Attorney General. The General Counsel of Federal Bureau of Prison. Now, these is where the letters will be going to when you print them out. And that's the addresses of all the people who need to be receiving these letters. You got everything. I mean, all the information. Somebody put a lot of time into this, you know, website, and made sure that a lot of good information got put on there.
Mm-hmm.
I see Angelo, Tim, Larry. Oh yeah. So, yeah, man. For anybody that's out there, that's curious and want to know, about this page, go to the website, justicerkelly.weebly.com. and check out the website for yourself. You know, print out the letters, read them for yourself, and simple as that. Exclusive R. Kelly address, stolen emails in Lifetime. You know. Oh yeah. So yeah, man. That's pretty much it, man.
All right.
So for anybody that's wondering, or anybody that's you know, looking or wanting to know, just go, you know, check out the website and see what you can find. You know, don't take my word for it. You know, take R. Kelly word for it. You know, head over to the website, check out the information, print the letters off. If you're not sure, have someone read. You know, have someone look over it for you.
Right.
Yep. So with that being said, let me see.
Okay, CC Love. Okay, so we're going back in the I watched that Prince movie last night, and I pulled up my set. Wow, wow,
Oh yeah.
wow. Great minds do think alike.
Oh yeah. More definitely.
Wow, that's crazy, nephew. I still listened to that Purple Rain movie, man. Just putting some highlights, man. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. That's how we getting up out of here tonight.
Yeah. I'm sure finna go stretch it out. Yeah. Mm. Hey, what you think of that information? Not information too much. What I had checked you earlier.
I was catching up with the stuff that you had sent me last night. I was on the highway.
Oh, okay.
I was on the highway.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but that one, you know, that one, I was most definitely glad you sent me the one. If you don't like what you getting,
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I had to make sure I sent that to you so you wouldn't.
I'm gonna definitely.
Yeah. So that way you have it, you know. Yeah. And then you can put it in. You know, you can type it and put it in your thing. You know, however you need to put it, but as long as you got the information,
Right.
you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I most definitely was happy to see that.
Yeah.
Lex, my brother.
What's good with you, baby?
Man, it's been a night, man. We finna get ready to get up out the car. But you see, we on around here tonight, though. We on that low vibration tonight.
Right on. I feel you. Yeah, I got you a little what you call Marvin's Day going on.
Yeah.
Marvin's Day at the time.
Yeah. All right, nephew, I'm gonna slide out of here. My phone getting hot.
All right, man. Tomorrow, man.
Okay, I'm about to reset it and let it cool down.
Hey, what time you got something going on tomorrow?
I'm gonna try tomorrow night around about this time, about 10 tomorrow night.
Okay.
Okay. What you got the subject? Okay, what you got the subject matter title last? You don't know. I said, what's gonna be the subject matter? You ain't got nothing title yet.
Nah, probably gonna be just the BOP. Like at this time, I mean, I guess it's just the BOP officer mostly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that should be the main discussion going forward anyway. Even with all the infighting that's been going on for the last 3-4 years, and people who getting the phone calls, this is their chance to try to make the wrong make it right in front of everybody, because I feel like that if you did receive the phone call and you've been doing wrong, it seems like this is your chance to try to make it right of what you've been doing. And if you don't take heed to it, then you might fall in that same trap that everybody else is, because you can't get no Section 8 and think you're gonna stay on Section 8 for doing some injustice shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but yeah, hit me up then. I'll be on standby.
Most definitely. I'll most definitely get it over. I'll most definitely get it over to you. Art of the song. You're gonna have to email me. We finna get ready to get up off here tonight. But if you email me at the email that's going across the bottom of the screen, let me verify you. You know, I gotta verify. You gotta be verified to come up on the panel. And there's nothing against nobody, but I had people come on my panel disrespectfully, you know, exposing themselves. You know, they could almost got my channel took down. So that's why I don't drop my link in the description no more. But if you email me and we can run it, and you know, I verify that you are a real person and different things like that. There go my email going across right now, bigvileopinion88@gmail.com. I would love to have you on the panel, let you fellowship with the brothers, but I gotta protect myself and I gotta protect these brothers in my chat as well. And it's nothing against you, Art of the Song. It's just when I used to just drop my link and then I let somebody up on the panel, then you know they pull their pants down and you know showing their ass all type of fact or I'll stop, bro. But yeah. But shoot me an email. I'll most definitely get back to you. And from moving forward, I'll just shoot you the link when we go live, and then boom, just like that. That's how we make it work. Lex.
Okay. I'm out.
It's your boy, Big Vi,
Yep.
signing out.
All right, sayonara.
All right, Lex. All right, nephew. Holla.
All right, be tomorrow.